So. Ah. Ich hab's befürchtet. Nach der einen Stunde, nach dem Rauchen, geht es wieder runter. Okay. Aber... Ah, ich weiß nicht genau. Ich habe eh noch nicht genug Fähigkeitspunkte, um hier was rein zu investieren. Okay. Karte. Können wir jetzt irgendwo hinreisen? Weil da stand doch irgendwas von wegen Schnellreisefunktion freigeschaltet. Bei dem Boot. Aber so scheinbar nicht. Ah nee, von da komme ich nicht mehr weg. Kann ich schnell reisen? Na gut, dann halt zu Fuß. Wie komme ich nochmal zurück? Wo ist eigentlich meine Tüte? Wo ist meine Tüte? Ich hoffe, ich habe keine Flaschen hier übersehen. Der Schaden könnte von einem Erdbeben herrühren. Hatten wir das nicht schon mal, den Gedanken?
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in the front.
Ich wusste, dass uns dieser Briefkasten noch zu etwas nützlich sein würde.
Yes, for sending mail.
Stecke den weißen Umschlag in den Briefkasten.
You drop the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft thud on what sounds like a couple of letters. About a week's worth of mail as collected in there. They'll empty this very soon. Probably did the right thing. You can't trust that slug Everard. You know he's going to play you somehow.
All right, let's go back to Everard. If we don't mention anything to him, he won't know before it's too late.
Okay. Aber vielleicht sollte ich dich erst mit der Leiche wegschicken. Was hältst du davon? Oh, es ist ohne Taschenlampe tatsächlich sehr dunkel.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
So, töten wir ihn ein, Kim. Schaffen Sie ihn weg.
All right.
Er holt einen glänzenden schwarzen Leichensack hervor und beginnt damit, das Plastik über den Kopf des Toten zu ziehen.
I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
Ich stecke die Leiche in den Sack und schleppe sie zum Motorwagen. Okay, Kim ist weg. Dann sollte ich jetzt vielleicht tatsächlich erst einmal zu Evra. Damit er sich schnellstmöglich um meinen Revolver kümmert, bevor er von unserem Schwindel Wind kriegt. So.
Mr. Dubois, every worker, member of the board. How can I help you today?
Es ist erledigt. Ich habe die Unterschriften abgeschickt, um die Sie mich gebeten hatten.
The Golden Boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry. Of course. I already knew this. My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez a real future, Harry, and I feel I can finally trust you now.
Ja, klar.
You're in my inner circle. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun, nothing is off the table.
Judging from how happy he is, it looks like you did it. He doesn't appear to suspect trickery.
Tatsächlich nicht?
Well done, sire. By guile and deceit, you're in.
Kriege ich jetzt meinen Revolver?
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me, but it had to be done.
Aha. Na gut, wo ist er?
An old woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry, word on the
Oh.
street is she's a character, so watch out.
Glaube ich weiß welche.
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy. The one he described as terrifying.
Ich glaube die bei den ganzen Wagen da so versteckt stand. Die alte Frau. Der Revolver ist also noch bei der Frau, die ihn Roy abgekauft hat.
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that? Wild. Anyway,
Union Boy's gonna help you fix it. He winks at you. Don't worry, Harry.
Tatsächlich.
the neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debarders Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
Waving the gun around doesn't sound good. None of this does.
Die hat Leute damit bedroht.
As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details. It sounds like she's unstable, but don't worry. No one got hurt.
Wer ist diese alte Frau?
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and she calls herself the Pigs.
There it is again. The pigs. Like Roy said, not good at all.
Können Sie ein Treffen vereinbaren?
I already have. Tonight, starting
Oh,
10
no.
o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now, back to the fun stuff.
Nein. Ich sollte da nicht alleine hingehen.
She will be there from 2200 hours till 0200 hours.
Scheiße. Haben Sie den Befehl zur Tötung des Gehängten gegeben?
I did not, Harry. although I am very, very glad he's dead.
Was bringt es Ihnen, dass er tot ist?
Why, a war, of course.
Ja, aber was bringt Ihnen ein Krieg?
Victory, Harry. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war.
Das sind trainierte Leute vom Militär. Haben Sie denn keine Angst um Ihre Männer?
Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1. And that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men, or 15 men, or even 50 men. The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they're in bad taste.
Was genau hat das mit dem Streik zu tun?
Harry, there is no strike, only war. Class war. Or, in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait. Is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not going to give nothing. We're going to take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee maker. We're going to take all of it for the people, and fuck Wild Pines.
The word fuck rings like a gunshot from his mouth. He doesn't swear often.
Haben Sie Joyce darum hier nicht reingelassen?
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her arsehole. She has no chance.
Wie bitte?
Tits from her arsehole. It's a local saying.
Warum verraten Sie mir Ihre Pläne?
Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start. It's already happening.
Okay. Wie viele Leute sind denn in der Gewerkschaft?
2,372. Plus yours truly, of course.
And they're all well motivated. At least the ones you've seen.
Wie werden Sie Ihren neuen unabhängigen Hafen finanzieren?
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The clients will ditch us. Harry, we've thought of everything.
An alles?
We've been running back channel negotiations with all the major clients. I think the company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer. With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams.
That's drugs.
Aha. Also doch, mit gewagten neuen Einnahmequellen meinen Sie den Drogenhandel?
Drug trade? Now you're being stupid, Harry. There are perfectly legal, 100% ethical chemical factories on the Summer and Isola.
Klar.
All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, little babes, people with disabilities.
Aber das ist nur die Spitze des Eisbergs, nicht wahr?
The company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad, has bad optics, may be illegal in some countries. The Debarders Union, however, we're all about the large volume column. We're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry. So your sick kid can get his benefit and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off risperidone.
Und damit Jugendlichen auf der Straße das Speed und Furolidon nicht aufgeben müssen?
I'm an old-fashioned guy, Harry. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things you just mentioned.
Klar.
But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share. And I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez.
Ich muss schon zugeben, das ist ein gut eingefädelter Plan und kaum mit ihnen in Verbindung zu bringen.
It's also far removed from my men and the people of Martinez who've put their trust in me. Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbour's turnover, just like the harbour is, but a small part of Martinez.
Er wäre trotzdem illegal.
Let's look at the big picture. Martinez as a whole. There are little girls out there with dreams of making music. Young mothers who want to start businesses. Models who want to walk catwalks and steel welders who want to weld steel. I'm gonna unite them all into one economic body. We're gonna incorporate this place to Kingdom Come. Everyone's gonna be in on the wealth. And everyone's gonna pull their weight.
Tja. Nicht alles irgendwie nicht so passend. Ehrlich gesagt, steht es mir nicht zu, das zu beurteilen oder mich dazu zu äußern.
Harry, the length you're willing to go to keep your nose clean is remarkable. You will always have a warm bed in Mr. Clare's household, my friend, and a special place in the future of Martinez.
Kann ich Sie etwas zu bestimmten Gewerkschaftern fragen?
We're way past specific union members now. This is the big time. We're talking about the future of Revachol here, Harry. You can bother Leonard with that. He loves to run his mouth on such matters. But I'm in big time mode, Harry.
Na gut. Soll ich das erwähnen? Nee, erstmal nicht.
Great, Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We have united the RCM and the Debarders Union. This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open.
Na gut. Ciao. Aha, ich mag's nicht, mit dem zu reden. Also ich werde auf jeden Fall, bevor ich mich mit der crazy alten Lady treffe, abspeichern. Ich will nicht sterben.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the
Ich
basement
hätte
of
ein
my
paar Fragen.
hut. No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Leo, Sie scheinen alle hier zu kennen. Ich möchte Sie etwas zu einer Person fragen.
Mr. Evrat doesn't really want me to talk to people about union guys. But who did you want to talk about?
Oh je. Erzählen Sie mir etwas über diesen Edgar, den Sie so oft erwähnt haben.
Mr. Edgar is Mr. Evrat's brother. He looks a bit younger, he does, but a very smart fellow. Very smart fellow indeed. He's away on some union business. Not even in Revachol, they say.
Ich unterbreche ihn mal nicht.
All kinds of places he visits. Him and his brother both do when they're on a vacation. Right now, it's Mr. Evrat's turn to look after the union. But last year he spent a whole winter in South Africa. Left with the first autumn rains and didn't come back before the trees were green again.
Erzählen Sie mir etwas über Manjana.
He's a union man through and through. Good guy. He's very calm, laid back, doesn't do much, talks to Everard sometimes. Honestly, I don't know what he does for us, but it must be important because everybody likes him. Yes, they do. I think that's what he does. He makes everyone feel a little better.
Oil for the wheels. Much needed in stressful times like these.
Erzählen Sie mir etwas über Schädelmesser.
Whoa, he's really something. He doesn't talk much to me usually, but when he does, I don't really understand most of what he's saying. Actually, I don't think he would like me running my mouth about him like that. Once he said he's a dragon to this mob fellow who came picking a fight with some union men. Heh, I think he really believes Jean-Luc was a dragon because he ran right off. Another time he almost killed another guy, but I shouldn't talk about that.
Ja, sympathisch. Erzählen Sie mir etwas über Titus.
Oh, Titus is a longshoreman through and through. He was born on a boat, they say. His veins are probably filled with salt water, I tell you. Nice, friendly sort, old Titus is.
Erzählen Sie mir etwas über Evra.
I'd best not. I mean, I could, but I don't think Mr. Everett would like it very much. You better ask him yourself, mister.
Wenn überhaupt, dann wird das allgegenwärtige Lächeln auf Leos Gesicht sogar noch freundlicher. Erzählen Sie mir etwas über René.
The Night Guard? Ooh, he's a peculiar fellow. He's the strong, silent type, you could say. We talk all the time, but I don't really know much about him. He plays petanque with my old human studies teacher, Mr. Martin, down at the plaza. I think he's the only fellow who actually knows old Renee. They lived on the same street their entire lives, even dated the same girl on and off for as long as I can remember.
Ja.
Strange fellows. Mr. Martin was always real nice to me in school. I remember once.
Augenblick, Gaston war Ihr Bürgerkundelehrer?
Mr. Martin, yes. Don't really remember much about him. I was just a boy back then.
Okay.
Sure, mister. What can Leo do for you?
Nichts, danke.